my name is Kayla Jones, and I am just going to be explaining how I got started with our cash envelope system. It is the beginning of the month, so this is where we fill out our new account balancing sheet and our cash planning sheet so that I can take it to the bank and figure out the denominations I need in order to be prepared for the upcoming month. So if you're interested in that and you want to know how I particularly use this system, stick around. So I'm going to start off with just sharing my essentials that I have. I have 3 binders. These are 2 of them. This one is our lower priority sinking funds. Is our holiday and kids' birthday sinking funds binder, and in it we have a bunch of envelopes similarly to this one. And then another very important binder that I have is just where I balance all of our transactions that come in and out of our bank account in here. So this is just like more like planning. No envelopes are necessarily in here, but this just helps me keep on track, and it holds our account balancing sheet in it right there. Another thing that's very important is this envelope, and this is what we use just to keep the cash on hand if we need to go from place to place. Inside of it, in the back, I have our receipts. If you are familiar with the cash stuffing community, you know that we keep our receipts in order to scan them in for points and gift cards and things like that. I would love to sit down and figure out how many gift cards I've actually totaled up in our entire time using all of the apps, but it's well over $100 that we've earned by just keeping our receipts. Back to what's in here. We have some tab dividers that have groceries, dining out, household, health, and then I also have somewhere else, but I have our sheet for going to, we have our sheet for going into the bank to figure out how much money we need. So this is what I'm going to be figuring out today. This is from last month. So I created this teller slip. I just laminated it on cardstock, and I just put a clear sticky note over it so I don't have to wipe it off. I really like that as a preferred to just using a sticky note one that I see a lot of people sell on Etsy, or just wiping it off with the marker. So I'll go ahead and explain how I do that all in this video, so just stick with me. All right, so we're gonna begin with doing our cash planning sheet. I already know which categories I'm using. I used to go through every single category in Cash Stuff. We've been doing this for about a year now, but I am doing it a little bit differently now that it's been a year in and I've figured out what exactly works for us. All right, before I get into exactly how much I'm putting into each category this month, I just want to go over 3 rules. Rule number 1, I will not be sharing our income. Rule number 2, I will not be sharing how much goes into savings or investments. And rule number 3, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. So I have my categories, and for when I'm going to the bank, I just want to know my denominations, and we are stuffing for our variable expenses and our fixed expenses. And there are some things that go in and out of our bank account, like our bills, our mortgage, car, internet, those sorts of things go in and out of our bank account. So we kind of know how much money is fixed and set in there on a monthly basis. But this is stuff that I need cash on hand for. I do not use cash for some things because I transfer that into our bank account. For gas, we use Ally, and we have funds in there so we can just swipe our card when we are at the gas station. But right now we're gonna go ahead and fill out this sheet with the categories that I already have planned out for. Okay, so the first category is going to be groceries. For groceries, each month we spend $800. And that will look like all 50s, but I'll get into that in just a moment as I fill this out over here. For dining out, we eat out on Friday nights, we eat out on Saturdays, either lunch or dinner, and then Sundays, majority of the time, we just cook and eat at home. So amongst our family, we budget $100 each week, so that is $400 that will go to dining out that we'd like to have in cash. Haircuts for the boys, that is about $100, but we say $95 to go get haircuts. Hair and beauty, that is for me. And I spend around $160 every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on when I get it done. And then the last category that I'm just gonna focus on really quickly is our vitamins, $260 that I'm going to be stuffing for this month. Then we have back to school and Christmas. So for Christmas, I'm gonna focus on that one first. For Christmas, we have been stuffing for Christmas all year long. And we are at the point now where we would like to just buy gifts whenever we see something pop up. Whenever there's a sale or something gets back in stock that someone really wants. And for Christmas, each month we are stuffing $135. So if you calculate that, $135 times 12. Around $1,600 is what we will have to spend during Christmas time, since we've been doing this all year long. And lastly, back to school. I put back to school on here because Cam just started school at the beginning of the week and we kind of purchased everything. I did a video on how much we spent for back to school shopping, and I'm hesitant on if I want to continue stuffing the same amount because we haven't been doing it all year. We kind of started at a certain point and projected how much we needed, so we were right on target with that. But for going forward, I think I still want to put $20 in the envelope just in case anything pops up school related. We like to do teacher gifts and things like that, so I'm just going to put $20 in our back to school. And next thing that is in that I have tunnel vision on is fall and Halloween, and that also adds up to if we want to go to the pumpkin patch, if we want to go to any fall activities, Halloween costumes, Thanksgiving, all comes out of that pot as well. So I'm going to put the additional 50 here, so I'm just going to go fall / Halloween. We're going to put $50 in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and just divvy out how much hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s that we will be using when we go to the bank. All right, so because when we go grocery shopping, we like to pay with 50s throughout the month. So we have $800 that we need. So we need 16.50s when we go to the bank. Dining out, we also like to play with 50s. And right there, that means we need 850s. Haircuts, we'll do 150. We'll do 220s, and we will do 15. So that is 95. Hair and beauty, when I go, I tend to collect all of my money in my envelope, and then like some months I'll go get my nails done or something, so that's other money they like to have on hand. And for that, I do 250s and 320s. Vitamins and medicinal when we go to the store and get all the things that we need. I would like to have 450s and 320s. For Christmas, we are going to do 250s, 120, 110, and 15, so that's 135. For back to school, I'm actually going to do 210s. And then for fall and Halloween, we will do 150. All right, so now, sorry, my squeaky chair. So now I'm just gonna count up how many we have for each one. And so let's do 16 plus 8 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. So it's 34 50s. We need 6, 7, 8, 9 20s. We need 3 10s, and we need 2 5s. All right, so that brings our total up to $1,920. And I'm just gonna go through and make sure that's correct. So we have 800 for groceries, 400 for dining out, 95 for haircuts, 160 for hair and beauty, 260 for vitamins and medicinal. We have 135 for Christmas, back to school is 20, Halloween 50. So we have $1,920 right there. All right, so now we're going to transfer this onto our denomination sheet so that I can bring it to the bank and they will give me the correct ones that I would like. So this is where I have our teller slip, and I have clear sticky notes over here that I use. Clear sticky notes, I'm gonna peel off one. And I'm gonna go ahead and just place it here. And we'll go ahead and, uh-oh, where did my marker go? And fill this out. So using the same sheet, I'm gonna write hundreds. We don't need any this go around. 50s, we need 34. We need 20s. Yep, we need 20s, we need 9 20s. We need 3 10s, 2 5s. We don't need any 1s. So that makes 34 times 1700. perfect. Everything adds up. I just like to be extra sure. My biggest fear is walking into the bank and this just doesn't make sense. And they're like, what did you do here? Do you have any errors or anything like that? And I'd rather just go through the process of double checking now. So that is it that we have for this month. And then when I get back from the bank, I probably won't go today. We will put them in the respective envelopes inside of these. So that is it for today.